have 4 of the most influential animation creators of our time. Icons! We know it. I mean, how much time have we all spent visiting with our friends in Springfield, Quahog, hanging out down at the Wonder Wharf, and out in Arlen, Texas, right? I mean, for me, I know I've watched every hour of every one of these people's shows, which explains why I'm 51, single, and childless. These brilliantly written shows bring us some of animation's most iconic families and the characters that surround them. I mean, who here doesn't see a little bit of themselves reflected in Tina Belcher, right? From Family Guy and American Dad, Seth McFarlane. From Futurama and The Simpsons, Groening. From King of the Hill, Mantzoukas. And from the Great Northern Bob's Burgers, Loren Bouchard. That's right. Yeah. Great work, everybody. We all got out of the way. There's a lot of like, where are we going? How do we walk out? How do we walk out? Where do we go?
Are all these seats supposed to be?
No?
Came out hot. It's good.
You want to start it over? I'll redo all the lines. I'll redo all the names. I'm off book with the names. Guys, here we are, back together again, right? We've done this once before, it went great. They said, please, come back together and talk to us again. So,
Wait, can I say?
Yes.
They talked, all of us, to come to do a panel discussion.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know. And they said, well, Seth is going to do it.
Whoa.
And Loren's going to do it, and Mike's going to do it. And then I heard that they did the same thing.
Yeah, they did. They said Matt's going to do it, and Mike's going to do it, and Lauren's going to do it. Yeah. Stone soup.
Well, that's how to do it. Welcome to Hollywood.
You guys have been in this business so long, and you got tricked like in a cartoon. That is something from an old movie, which luckily leads me to one of my first questions, which is people who came up creating your own stuff, drawing a lot of times, voicing stuff. How much was Disney part of your origin story, if at all? What were the movies or characters or things that you saw in the old Disney movies or stuff that made you feel like inspired?
I won the audio. Well, I had the records, and it was a big thing. When we were kids, my parents would put the records on when we were falling asleep. And so I had all the classic Disney movies, but I heard them as podcasts. And
at a time, to be clear, Lauren, when podcasts did not exist.
What the kids today call podcasts, what we used to call records. And it really, I think it put the voice and the sound of a cartoon in my head as primal, as even more important than the picture. Forgive me, I love the picture too, but it became the engine for me when I finally got into the business. I was like, what is this like? What is this? Why is this familiar? I'm making cassettes of Dr. Katz to send to Comedy Central. And I was like, oh, I'm making Disney records.
I was a huge fan of Disney, especially Walt Disney Presents, which came on Sunday nights, was a big influence on me. Yeah, they had
a couple of people clap. There's some
Asian Water.
There's
watch them on YouTube. They're really amazing. I mean, he would show how it's done and all that kind of stuff. But seeing like Jungle Book when I was a kid, I mean, I just wanted to do that. So.
I loved the Mickey Mouse Club from the mid-1950s in black and white. And in the Mickey Mouse Club, there was this very long animated title sequence. And it went M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E, right? And then Donald Duck would hit a gong, and he'd hit it in a different way each time. And so that gave me the idea for the couch gags. Simpsons. There you go.
Wow,
that's a good tip.
And by the way, I tried when the Simpsons came to Disney. I tried to do our version of the Mickey Mouse Club opening theme. B-A-R-T-S-I-M-P-S-O-N, and they said no.
How dare they?
I studied animation in college at the Rhode Island School of Design, and I desperately wanted to be a Disney animator, and that was what my trajectory was. And then while I was in college, this genius to my left emerged with a show called The Simpsons.
Ever heard of it?
Ever heard of it? That completely transformed not only the landscape of animation, but my personal trajectory. I was like, oh, I want to do that. And we did exactly that.
It's really interesting because I do feel like everybody can point back to, as everyone just has, pointed back to Disney and a lot of the Disney movies and characters and so forth. But there is also an element where I think for three of you on stage, there is The Simpsons. There is something between old Disney and your whatever you were working on first, and it was what Matt was doing. The Simpsons must have been a bomb that went off for everybody. I remember being in college in 1995 when we didn't have TVs in our rooms or computers or anything like that, and they wheeled in a TV on an AV cart into the cafeteria so we could watch Simpsons in private, like when it aired, because there was no way to record anything.
It was the first time. I mean, look, we all appreciate the comedy of the great cartoons that we love, the Warner Brothers, Looney Tunes cartoons, the Flintstones, the Hanna-Barbera cartoons, but
Donald Duck,
yes. But before The Simpsons, I mean, adult animation, I think like Fish Police was like all we had. And then here comes this groundbreaking show it was the first time that I was conscious that I was actually laughing as opposed to just acknowledging that something was funny on a visceral and intellectual level. I was laughing out loud with my friends, and that was really unusual and really special, and it
King of the Hill, come on.
Oh, King of the Hill. Well, yeah, we're working on it right now. It feels great.
Does it feel like visiting with old friends?
Yeah, totally. I mean, we have the original cast back, and a couple of them are here for Futurama, actually. But no, it's great. I mean, King of the Hill, when we were first doing it, we were coming up with taglines, and it was something like, Andy Griffith is back and he's pissed off. And we didn't use that, but like, there's a little bit of like, oh, Hank's back and he's pissed off again. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, it was always, because like we talked about it being grounded and just sort of about everyday middle Americans, I think there's something to be said about that now that, well, I won't get too into how we're doing it, but it's going to be, they've been gone for a long time and they're back. They're maybe a little older. Sorry, somebody else. It's all about revenge. That's what I'm saying.
Seth McFarlane was my dad.
And Seth, I do believe you adopted that son, is that right?
That's the saddest story. I forgot about that. Are you guys okay? Is everything all right now?
Yeah, we're okay.
Okay, thank God.
Coming lottery numbers are, we've done so many jokes over the many seasons that we've been on the air that eventually we're going to get something right. We always predict, what is the most, predict. We always write jokes on the things that are supposed to be the most absurd possibility, and it turns out that that's the way the world is these days. So everything seems to come true. But no, it's not intentional, and what can I say? Don't stop writing mean stuff about me on Twitter, okay? I'm not a communist. I'm not a Satanist. I'm not a Freemason, 33rd degree level or whatever it is. It's all good fun, folks.
Everybody on this stage, truly fantastic. What an honor. Thank